It takes him. Man, are the Nuggets on a 2-game winning streak right now?
No, they're on a beginning of a championship.
Oh, they're on a beginning. Oh, hell yeah. I just am seeing comments that would make me think they're like losing in the toilet.
Oh, bro, is
this
your first time on the internet?
This is his first season covering the Nuggets,
first time on the internet. Wow, this place
first
is crazy.
time on the beat.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the DNVR Nuggets podcast. Let's go. Let's go.
Simple Lounge.
Man, I gotta say, so the Nuggets have 4 days off. They won't have a break this long again until the All-Star break. I looked it up. I've been doing a lot of schedule counting and analytics lately. The biggest break they're going to get, and thank God it started on a Sunday. This is my first take. Because it actually doesn't feel like that long of a break. They've got a game in 2 days now. Whereas if it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday
it's
off,
great take.
Terrible for your week.
We got a weekend of watching football. You know what I mean? Like we got our sports fix.
Yeah, sure I did.
I lost minimum 3 days of my life this weekend.
You did go hard in the paint, man. You went hard in the paint this weekend.
You went hard in the field.
I went hard in the paint. I was getting fouls, dude. I was getting foul out there.
I thought you just meant you were getting hammered at the club, which is also an accurate Harden.
Well, I didn't
reference.
go. I believe it or not, I'm not club worthy. I'm not.
You're not club worthy?
No, I just got hammered in bars. Like
Some buds with buds.
Like a sad, dude. Me and Brendan, we had buds with buds, bro.
Very successful takeover here. If you missed the show for some reason on Saturday, Davon, what a lovely gentleman, man.
He's a great guy.
Mr. Dependable?
Man, so the thing, if you haven't catch it, you have to go back and watch. Oh, Harrison did not watch this. By the way, he doesn't know what is about to be said here.
Holy
I
smokes.
love
This
this.
is great.
We should never mention this.
This is
he
great.
didn't watch the show.
Did you guys talk
For
about
some
me?
reason, when Vogt or Wind is not on the show, they don't ever watch. They just don't watch.
How am I catching strays?
Davon Reed was on. That's because it's true. Davon Reed was on the show and had the biggest revelation, and that revelation was that you are a liar.
He's never heard
Wait,
the nickname.
I'm a liar?
That
He's
Harrison
never
Wind
heard
is a absolute
I'm a liar?
storyteller. So we asked him where he got the name Mr. Dependable.
Right. I
He's
told
never heard it.
Dev to ask this. Yeah.
He's never heard that nickname in his life.
So he doesn't watch the show.
He doesn't. Well, that's true. He doesn't
That's
watch
unfortunate.
the show. He says he has never been called that in his life and has no idea
Well,
where it
he's
came
definitely
from.
been called that. I'll tell you that.
There was no
by us.
Yeah, but there was like no bigger indication of the schism that exists between our world and the real world as it comes to the Denver Nuggets. When we were like, oh yeah, dude, it's on his Wikipedia page. It's been checked, double checked. You talk to the guy, he's like, what?
Not once in my life.
It's actually funny that players don't know their own. Not Wikipedia, I guess they probably know, but Basketball Reference. Like, I don't think he'd ever even heard of Basketball Reference.
Turns out that's founded in
odd.
nothing.
Don't you think that's odd?
That's very
I
odd.
just think it's a little bit odd, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just
MiamiHurricanes.com. Mr. Dependable, Davon Reed.
Yeah, but that's maybe not as much a nickname as
There's even a freaking graphic.
There's a graphic.
Oh yeah, there is a graphic. Man, how does Davon not even know this? This is wild.
Somebody's
College
lying.
was a long time ago.
Someone's lying. There.
There's a graphic.
I don't remember a lot from college either. You know?
Davon Reed, Mr. Dependable. It's right here.
I love that they have a whole graphic. You know what, Win? You're completely exonerated from this.
Davon, you're the liar.
Yeah, you're the liar.
You got to come back on.
Come on this show spouting lies.
He was great. The top
Mr.
three,
Deception.
I have. So that was one of the big takeaways for sure. Another big takeaway was asked about Nikola Jokic getting the respect of his peers, to which he thought was the most absurd thing he'd ever heard in his life. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty wild.
I know.
These
I
are
thought-
some interesting takeaways from the interview, I gotta say.
It was interesting, man. Like, if you just thought, like, oh, he's a two-time MVP.
Oh, yeah,
But his
like-
peers clearly now respect
when
him. He's
Adam
like, not
said,
at all.
I was like, obviously, he's 2-time MVP. Davon was like,
Yeah, he's like, no, absolutely not. Still disrespected by his peers, which is wild. I got to say this. We're presented as always by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Usually I say this earlier, but we had a good rhythm
Hey,
going.
man, we're having fun.
I didn't want to interrupt the nice rhythm we had established there. It doesn't happen every time. Use promo code DNVR whenever you sign up. And I got all the fellas here. I got Vogt, who's in his best sweats.
Another great day to be a bomber. Go IC.
Doesn't he look like he's...
I see. That made it even
He really
worse.
looks like an Ithaca College
Very close
Frisbee
to, like,
player
ISIS.
today. You look your truest self.
Yeah, this is the dressing up thing. That's not me. I've been lying to the audience for a year.
Really?
This is
Well,
who
you
I
come
am.
with
You're
They're
not
on
really
game
Tom
days.
Cruise?
No,
The new
I'm
Tom Cruise?
dirty.
Damn it. Over here, I got Harrison Wind.
Another show with the fellas.
Let's go.
What a
dude.
treat.
And then over there, just walking in, pulling a dev, it's D-Lenko.
Well, the difference is that I was actually here the whole time. I've been here since 9 a.m. I'll be here well past you guys when you guys leave. I just thought there was a game today.
Why'd you think that?
Because I'm in the in-season rhythm, man. Like I thought, every other day there's a game. And then
I love that. I love the way you interact with sports. Just don't look at the schedule ahead.
No,
Just
dude.
You're
kinda
like
right.
every NBA player.
I live my life 1/4 mile at a time, man. I'm down for the grind, and when it's time to turn it on, I give it my all, and when it's time to turn it off, I am basically like a babe in the woods. I don't know what's happening.
I bet Michael Porter Jr. also asked if there's a game today.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
for
say,
sure.
I bet half the Nuggets were like, is
Yeah.
it practice or game? Somebody text me directly. Poor Nico here. They did have practice today, and I thought it was an interesting one. They called it a 30-30 day, which means 30 minutes, half of you are in the weight room, half of you are in the gym, and then you swap. So it wasn't a true practice, in terms of like, really getting a sweat in or what have you. Nonetheless, there were some takeaways. Wind.
There are some big news items, I'll say. It was just a bunch of shooting today, light work, no contact. Sounds like they'll do that tomorrow. But one guy did return to practice today.
Oh?
Michael Porter Jr.
Let's go.
Went
I was gonna
through
say, I think there's only one player
parts
out, so-
of practice today. Doesn't sound like he'll play Wednesday, though. He is feeling better. He is progressing. It doesn't seem like his return is that far off. They hope he can do some contact stuff later in the week. Maybe in 1 or 2 games he's back. I thought that was a very positive update. Very
Yeah.
positive.
Maybe it's very helpful for him to have this home stretch, get to try himself out in practice. Like, you could say he's like one of the 5 guys on the team it's most helpful for to be home on this
Callback.
stretch.
Well, we'll find out if he plays well. We'll find out.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath.
But Denver, they also have just a lot of guys banged up. That's another reason they pretty much just did a walkthrough today.
Malone actually shared those. Did you write those down by chance?
DeAndre Jordan has a hurt thumb.
Yeah. That
Jeff-
does suck. We make fun of it, but man, like I've broken, like
I
not
watched it
broken, but
happen.
it hurt. Yeah, you can tell.
He went up for the ball and like it glanced off his fingers and he like held.
Have you ever
Yeah.
broken a thumb? Extremely inconvenient.
I've had.
and
I can't
You
even.
like
remember. I think this finger, my pointer finger, I had it bend at this knuckle backwards like that,
Damn.
and I had to like pop it, grind
gnarly
it back
stuff.
into place at basketball. And it hurt like hell. And the thing is the next day it doesn't hurt like hell, but you can't catch a basketball.
Right.
Dude,
It like hurts too bad to catch,
Right.
So it's a
Losing
bummer.
agency over your thumb it's the only thing that separates us from the animals.
I
right?
love
So
this.
you're right back
It's
to
so
it.
true, actually. It's really true. The thumb was a huge invention. Of
It
nature.
was, dude.
It really was.
We're really lucky dolphins don't have them, you know?
Inventor of the human form. This one goes out to you.
Male form corner.
Yeah.
So DeAndre Jordan has a hurt thumb. Jeff Nee has a knee contusion.
Jeff Green.
Dude, this show is a disaster.
Jeff Green has a knee contusion.
Jeff Lee.
Jamal Murray has also gotten his knee banged up. KCP's wrist is bothering him. So
I'll tell you what, there's levels of concern for injuries, and Michael Malone willing to talk about them means it's not of concern.
they're all good
Speaking of which, Michael Malone not willing to talk about his back.
for a second consecutive day.
I really
So,
thought we'd get some nice
Might
banter
be a
there.
big deal. Do we have a situation on our hands?
No,
with
I mean,
Michael Malone's back.
Game, he definitely seemed like when he came back out from the locker room, he was very uncomfortable. Today, it seemed like he was walking around, in more comfort.
Do you think that this is like the basketball god's way of helping him connect with Michael Porter?
I was just gonna say, or at least like punishing him for being too hard on Michael Porter Jr.
Can you imagine if this was the thing that was like, you know what?
And he comes in tomorrow.
I'm so impressed with you being able to overcome
He comes in
this.
tomorrow with
I couldn't even coach.
if he comes in with a hurt heel tomorrow, then
Oh no, he's got a heel strain. Oh no.
And then Porter comes back. He's like, no, I was just calling my mom for like 3 weeks.
Oh my god, that'd be great. That'd be great. But big news: Michael Porter Jr. went through parts of practice, so it seems like he could be back pretty soon. They don't want him coming back before he's 100%. So when he feels 100%, I think he'll return.
Here's what I love about this game. So the three of us were there at practice today. What did you said you think he'll be back in a week because of these comments?
Yeah.
If you were to say a day, would you not? You don't think it'll be this Wednesday?
No.
You
I
don't-
mean, Malone pretty much said he wasn't playing this Wednesday. I'll say
There's Friday, there's Sunday, then there's
not
next week.
Friday. I'll say Sunday
I would probably say Sunday.
or Tuesday.
Okay. All right, I like it.
What do you think?
I think Sunday is likely as well, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Thursday of next week or something.
Yeah.
They like really give him a runway here to heal.
But I thought it was pretty good news on that front today.
Yeah.
And then you guys want to talk about defense? Should we talk about defense? Malone's message to his team at practice today over the last couple days, our defense is ranked 26th. It's actually 27th or 28th. But our clutch defense
This is the greatest
is
stat.
number 1 in the NBA. And I think he was just like pretty much telling his guys, like, look, this is how well we can play defense. But we've got to lock in throughout an entire game. Their focus right now is chipping away at that defensive rating. Malone was like today, let's get to 20th, then let's get to 18th, then let's get to 15th. So
Does he know they're going backwards right now?
first step would be to get going in the right direction.
25th, man. We're gonna rejoice.
But the clutch
25th.
defense, like that was very obviously a point that Michael Malone has been drilling home to his guys. Look how good we can be defensively.
It's true. It's absolutely true. This is it's pure effort stuff, and we've seen it. Like we've seen when the Nuggets need to absolutely lock down. They've shown us the ability to do so. It's just like all.
Can they do that though for 48 minutes?
I mean, you got to think like they're at least able to do it, right? Like we know for a fact that they can defend at a high level if they are so inclined to do it. Whether or not they can get themselves motivated, I mean, to me it says it's just this the normal regular season nonsense you deal with in the NBA. Like your stars don't want to play. The NBA basketball players don't like the game of basketball, which is a problem. But when you get to the part that it actually matters, then they play. They actually have the ability to scramble. They have the ability to communicate. It's just for whatever reason they need divine inspiration to do so.
I don't know.
Like a game that's hanging in the balance.
I guess so.
I don't know though, Eric, if they can be great defensively for 48 minutes, because I think to be great defensively for 48 minutes, it has to be easier for you.
Maybe so.
And I think they can only be good defensively the hard way.
But it's just when, the game halts or grinds to a halt in the playoffs and it really gets down to, who's putting the most effort forth. That, generally speaking, is what gets it done in the playoffs. Can they do it during the regular season? No way. There's no way they're going to rise up past 20th this regular season. They've proven that they just need to be inspired to do it, which is
That's
a bummer.
unacceptable, though.
I couldn't agree. This is not a pass.
Yeah.
It's just
But no team has won a championship that way.
by having bad defense until the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not saying that they're doing the thing the right way. To me, it's at least a little heartening that we know they at least have it in them. So it's not just they just don't have good enough players.
I will say, do you guys know who ranks second in clutch defense?
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's not fun.
Oh no.
It's the Houston Rockets.
See?
Are you talking about the Houston Rockets that just beat the Milwaukee Bucks?
Oh, that's a good way
And
to
the
frame
Phoenix
it. Adam.
Suns.
Or are you talking about the one that just beat the
The
Phoenix
Houston
Suns last
Rockets
week?
on the rise, baby.
I'm telling you, we did there. Matt Moore was telling me about a Twitter account. It's not just your team or something
That's
like
a great
that.
account. It's a
You've seen
great,
it?
yeah. It's
Because
great.
people, I have one friend in particular who's been berating me no team in the NBA loses to bad teams like the
Oh,
Nuggets
yeah,
do, and I'm
of
like,
course.
guys, every team does. You just don't pay attention to them on that level, and it's the same. Denver always has one random guy go against them. I'm like, dude, every team thinks they have one random guy.
No,
It's
that one I think is actually true.
no way. It's remember when Ish Smith, when everyone's like, you're a Nugget killer, and he was like,
Yeah.
oh,
This is my biggest revelation. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
All I'll
watching
say is
all the
Nikhil
other
Alexander
broadcasts.
Walker doesn't go off on anyone.
It's not always him. It's not always him. I'm just saying every team has the one guy that goes off. I remember my buddy from Philadelphia telling me Bones Highland, has he
Spike?
ever had a good game? And it's yeah, he's had a good game. It's just not all the time. And you guys happened to catch it last year, so that's the way
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah.
All right, what else came from practice?
And then Michael Malone was talking about Aaron Gordon, who we'll get to in 1 second. Malone says he's playing phenomenal basketball right now. He's doing it every night. He's consistent. He's checked the ego at the door. And something Aaron Gordon said today is that he views himself as the glue guy on the Nuggets.
Oh.
Thought it was a great quote.
And Malone said it was a great glue, right?
He said some good glue.
He was like,
Some
it's a
good
great
glue.
freaking
Which to
glue.
me is weird.
Some great glue.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a weird thing to say. That's some great glue.
Yeah, I actually.
You were with me,
It
right?
felt a little forced.
It felt like a weird thing.
He
Yeah.
usually nails those.
Yeah,
I felt
like a
it was
good-
kinda
he's usually
stumbled
good.
on the landing on that.
Well, I feel like it's
Well, some good glue. I'm like, name bad glue. what does that even mean?
Elmer's super glue.
Yeah, Elmer's super. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the good glues.
Gorilla.
Gorilla, not
Gorilla
bad.
glue. Underrated.
Yeah. But Malone said, for him to refer to himself as that says a lot about him. His finishing numbers, his shots around the rim, he's impacting the game at so many levels.
Yeah.
And then Aaron Gordon, man, I thought he had some great stuff to say today. He was talking about defense as well. He was asked, what is defense? Is it effort? Is it talent? Is it technique? He said it's all three of those things. And in regard to their clutch defense, he says it just means we have to pay more attention to detail over the course of the game.
I thought that was a really interesting quote. I don't know about you guys. I mean, to me, I actually am not sure it's all effort. It has felt like there's been a kind of unfocused start on that end. Communication is a word I would key on. First 3 quarters of that last game, it just felt like there were 5 to 6 switches or non-switches where it wasn't even sure.
Right.
Like, are they even switching? Do the 5 guys even know? So the focus thing to me was interesting because I don't know that it's just they're playing hard in the clutch. I think it's that they're playing communicative, focused defense, and they look like a team that's not caring enough to put the focus in the 3 quarters.
I think a lot of this has to do with Nikola Jokic. I don't think he doesn't try at all until the end. Like I've never seen him put his
true.
I've never seen him put his arms up to attempt to even dissuade a shooter until the end. And then he got 4 blocks this last game. He's come up with clutch blocks in the past. Like he's so programmed to avoid fouls, it seems like, through the course of the regular part of the game that he's like, if anybody gets into the paint, he's like, well, what are you gonna do? And then at the end, he's like, oh, I'm tall.
Yeah. Aaron Gordon also talking about just how his offensive role has evolved since he's been in Denver. And this is when he said, now I'm just looking to be that glue guy, doing what everybody needs me to do, fitting in, using my physicality on the block. And then he was talking about how his game has changed from when he first came into the league to where it is now since he's been in Denver. And he says everything is more streamlined for him now. I've got a lot of stuff in my bag, he said, but now I know when to use it. And he also said, how I'm playing in Denver is the way I've always wanted to play.
Hell yeah.
The open man is the right pass, and the right pass is the open man. It's a beautiful way to play basketball. He said it reminds him of USA basketball or like a FIBA or World game where there's energy with the ball.
Not Orlando. It doesn't remind him of Orlando. That's what I was picking
The
up.
one stark difference, right?
Yeah.
But I thought that was really interesting. If you ever go back and watch Aaron Gordon highlights on Team USA from when he was in high school and college, he put up stat lines where it was 9 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. Those are the types of numbers he used to put up. And he's playing the right way. He's playing great. And then we talked to Christian Brown as well. He was talking a lot about defense too, on the biggest differences between college and pro. He said, look, you get a week to prepare in college. In the NBA, you get a day. But he did say he thinks the Nuggets do a really good job in getting their guys ready with scouting reports, rundown of what everybody's tendencies are against the guys you're going against. He just said, I'm trying to pay more attention to tendencies, knowing which guys I need to run off the line because that's not something you usually do in college. You want guys to shoot threes in college, or at least most guys. And so now he's just adjusting to playing NBA defense.
He was great today, by the way.
He
really
was.
good, really great.
He really was.
Good, really good media availability, I thought, from him.
And he was asked just what goes into being a good defender. Discipline, knowing the scouting report, being tough. And then this was the most interesting thing. And then he said also just trying.
Yep.
And then Christian Brown said the thing about the NBA that stood out to him is if you can get guys consistently to try to focus in, that's the biggest part. That was interesting.
Can you imagine if NBA players liked playing basketball? What this league would look like?
You'd look like, I don't know, the Boston Celtics.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's actually a great point.
Yeah. And that's all from practice today.
Hey.
I thought it was pretty good practice. I thought it was pretty good. Some interesting stuff was said. I thought AG was great. I thought Christian Brown was great. Michael Malone, was Michael Malone.
Get better, Malone.
I thought it was interesting when you asked Christian Brown if he's like a film hound, because we've talked about this.
Oh,
and he said not as much as you'd think.
He's still honest. I love it.
Yeah. No, I just thought that was interesting. But he's managed to still be.
He was like, "Yeah, you probably think I watched film.
Right.
I'm that good."
And I just love, honestly, I kind of love the honest answer, because 9 out of 10 players you ask that, and they're like, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. There's watching it from sunrise to sundown.
I love film.
I'll watch it in reverse. I'll watch it forward. I'll watch it slow motion. And I just kind of like hey, man, that's part of what we're doing. And coaches will show me clips or this or that, and that's where I hone in. And look, the point of watching film mostly is like to read the court better and to know your opponent better. And he seems to have a good grasp on those things. So
yeah, for
he's
sure.
watching, I would say,
whatever he's doing is probably the
appropriate
formula.
amount of film watch. We had a super chat come in, Kale. I understand it. Comes from Dylan Hackett, and he says, "What's the process look like for guys getting Nuggets' personnel players on the show?" I love this question.
This is a unbelievable question.
It's a loaded question,
great
really.
question.
Might be a subscriber only answer.
Yeah, man, that might be a subscriber only one.
You pretty much just
there's a lot of different avenues. Sometimes you can work with PR, Nuggets PR, and try to get a player, and they'll help it out. They've been very gracious in that way. But I think we've learned over the years the better way is usually to go, as Josh Kroenke would say, through the side door. Or no, maybe just to speak,
At least just check if it's open.
Just building relationships with the players, with the agents, with the different people around them, and gaining your trust. So I think that there are lots of different ways where that can happen. But lately, the nice thing, and Eric has kind of pointed this out, one of the nice things is I think athletes, not just on Nuggets, but really across the all sports, are starting to see the way DNVR does things and like it.
Yeah.
So doors are being opened now.
Yeah, we just remind you of nicknames that you didn't know you had.
We don't remind you of them. We tell you about them for the first time in your life.
In your entire life.
Yeah.
So
Can you imagine if Bones was like, people call me Bones?
what? Oh crap! This is crazy.
Unbelievable.
By the way, you see Bones? You should pull it up, man. Bones with his shirt on, the DNVR shirt, which is so dope, man. It's so cool to see. All right, take us to break. On the other side, we're going to debut a new game. Eric doesn't even know. Oh, you're doing ads?
I got him.
A new game Eric doesn't even know about.
Oh, let's find out what I think of it in real time.
It's distressingly difficult and confusing.
Let me guess, it's something about what do we think about something in game form.
It's distressingly difficult and confusing to get
where I have one of two options, and I have to choose one.
To get health coverage and keep health coverage in this country is a complicated matter, a bit too much. So let's make it a little easier here with Denver Health Medical. It's open enrollment time for individual health plans now through January 15th. You should know Denver Health Medical Plan offers Elevate Exchange plans available on the Connect for Health marketplace with great benefits and affordable plan choices. You can also call direct at 303-602-4912 and sign up online at denverhealthmedicalplan.org. Open enrollment for the exchange runs November 1st to January 15th. Enroll by December 15th to have your coverage kick in on January 1st, 2023.
Hell yeah.
Call today, 303-602-4912, or just visit www.denverhealthmedicalplan.org.
Thanks for the comment, Daniel. Love to hear that.
Oh, read that.
Well, he's wanting to drop in and let us know that his new wife supports the marriage lounge. And,
hell yeah!
That's awesome. So excited.
That was so dope.
Man, can you imagine if
she loved the shout out.
Immediately she's like, I hate this.
Yeah. Be a red flag for sure.
It's
I
just
can see that, yeah.
rocky marriage immediately.
Yeah.
Hey, it's well documented the Denver Nuggets, they're going to be playing a lot more at home for the next month here, which means you're going to have a lot of chances to go see them play basketball in Ball Arena. And those may be some last-second choices. You don't always plan these things. Sometimes a fella hits you up. Or a lady hits you up and says, hey, let's go see the Nuggets. Do you have tickets yet? No. That's when you pull up Game Time. It's the hottest new ticketing site that makes it easier than ever to score the best deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and events. If you love us here, one of the best ways to support us is by buying your tickets through the link in the description through Game Time. Join over 15 million people who have downloaded the Game Time app and score the best seats to all your favorite events. A lot of options, a lot of different game, ticketing apps or places that claim to do what Game Time does best. Just know that once you see that price and after you've paid the fees, you've got an awesome deal for some last second great tickets to see your Nuggets to see your favorite musicians, to see really anything here in Denver. Check out Game Time. Make sure you purchase your tickets through the link in the description.
So yeah, quick testimonial on the old takeover event on Friday. I was like, "Hey Spencer, do I have a ticket?" He's like, "No." I was like, "What?" And I was like, Am I buying my ticket? Anyway, the company used Game Time to buy old Eric a ticket so he could watch the game, not just be an advertisement for it. So that was pretty sick for me.
That's awesome.
The old Game Time.
We were actually just trying to leave you on the bus for the entire game.
The way that it felt.
Yeah.
That's the way that it felt.
Didn't work out.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay, guys. So I do want to two things before we get to our game. As you mentioned, the Nuggets are number one in clutch defensive rating, 27th. Otherwise, it is an encouraging one. Here's a question for you. Would you rather, Eric, the Nuggets were 27th in clutch defensive rating and first in regular defensive rating, or the way it is now? What would be more encouraging to you?
If they're number one in defensive rating in the regular season, they're getting the number one seed. So that would be sick.
If they were number one in defensive rating right now, we'd be planning the parade. We would. Like, for real.
Yeah.
And if they were number...
What if they're 27th, though? They just keep
27th
getting
in clutch
killed.
rating, we'd say small sample
We'd
size.
be circling the Houston Rockets as the best clutch defense.
You're right. We'd be
If they were number one in
I'm with
defense
Winslow
right
as
now,
well.
Doesn't
man.
this kind of discredit, though? I'm not trying to discredit it because it is meaningful. And honestly, we have seen, like, even that last game, I mean, we didn't break it down too much, but that last game against Utah really was the ultimate, like, all right, time to play defense.
Totally.
Down.
And when they do turn it on, they are a great defense. But also when the Rockets turn it on, they're a great defense too.
Freaking Houston. That is a tough one. Hold on. Who else is in the top five here? Is Houston the outlier? Can we say it's Houston? It might be Houston. Do you have it in front of you?
It is the Denver Nuggets at number 1.
Okay.
The Houston Rockets at 2.
Okay, this is tough. Start.
The Philadelphia 76ers at 3.
Oh, man.
The New Orleans Pelicans at 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
right?
Brooklyn Nets at 5.
All right.
No, well, all right. And then
the hell
Toronto,
is this?
Miami. You're right. This is a pretty hodgepodge.
This is a
list
small
of names.
sample size. I mean, that's what this is.
I will say this. The weirdest part about this is we're actually burying the lead on this. The Nuggets are not just number 1 in defensive rating. Their defensive rating is 82.1.
Well, that's it. And
It's like
Houston Rockets is 84.1.
it would be like 10 points per 100 possessions better than the greatest defense ever.
And Denver has played an observable amount of clutch time minutes this season. You know, it's not like the smallest sample size in the world, but all the same, this early in the season, a stat like that is so noisy. Who was your opponent? What was the shot luck? Were they on a back-to-back?
Of course. But it's just
did their
one of these
stars
things,
play?
like you don't hang your hat on it, but you're like,
It's something.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
It's
you
like, there's
come
there's
away from
something
it
there.
thinking, "Wow, imagine if they tried for quarters 1 through 3."
Right.
We're gonna pull the thing where the Nuggets will be in the clutch, the next game they play, and we're like, here's where Denver's number 1. And
Here
they'll
we
give
go,
up
baby.
40 points in 3 minutes. It'll be like, oh well.
Small sample size.
It's like after tonight's game, the Nuggets are now 17th in clutch defense. We're like, damn it. They went from first to 17th.
But I mean, I think the eye test totally
agree.
backs
I
it
agree.
up. Though
I
you
agree.
can tell
Yes.
they do lock in
Yeah.
at the end of games. They are a good defensive team
I wonder
at the end of close games.
I wonder too how many offenses kind of reduce themselves in crunch time to bread and butter stuff from like the various ways they
a
might
great
kill
point.
you.
Denver-
And and so like if you're playing against a team like Denver, okay, you only have to worry about one thing, but that one thing is Murray Jokic. Like buckle up. Where when you've played the Houstons of the world and stuff, it's like, okay, they moved the ball well in the second quarter. Like Jalen Green's going to shoot this. Like just stay in front of him. You know what I mean? And so if simplifying things for a team that's struggling with communication, maybe it allows them to lock in more.
All right, I like it. All right, let's get into a new game, guys. We're gonna play auction. We're gonna go to the auction here. Look at that, the auction. There it is. What do you think there, Eric?
A little bit of I mean, I don't quite understand what, like, are our heads springing out of the gavel? What's
They're
happening?
just there. They're just
They're just
next
there.
to the
That's
gavel.
just
They're just
who's in
overseeing
the
it.
auction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a low concept
It's
graphic.
a low concept one. Now
Kale,
here's what.
great job.
I'm gonna give you guys a couple
Kale,
of prompts here.
not a great job. Don't take that to heart.
I'm going to give you guys a couple of prompts here. You have $100
All
to
right.
spend. You can buy this. These are takes, predictions, and they're not all like likely, but you're going to collect, and you want to collect the most things that are going to happen.
Okay.
Okay? You're gonna. So if you see a take that you're like, that's my take, it's going to happen, you might have to spend a little on it. All right.
I'm going to be bad at this.
The Nuggets are
$100.
going to be a top five defense in the clutch all season long. This top defensive clutch thing, it's real. You think end of the year they're going to be top 5?
I'll bid $1.
I will bid $0.
Really? No faith. This is going to go for $1. Top 5 clutch defense. This is going to be. Eric's going to run away with this.
I'm gonna put $3 on that.
$3.
I'll go 5, and
I'll
that's
put
it.
$6 on it.
All right,
Wait, you
I'm
went
out.
from 0 to 6? What is the strategy?
Just so you know, I've never been to an auction before.
Yeah,
so.
you guys are going to be so bad at this.
Yeah.
So Harrison
$6?
takes it for $6.
Is anybody? Do I hear it once? Do I
I'll
hear
put
it twice?
7 on. No, I'll put 7 on.
It's going to take all night. All right, $7 on top 5 clutch defense all season long. We are about a third the way through. A little less than
We
a third,
are.
almost a third the way.
$8.
We're at $8.
We're going up $1 at a time. What is this?
Go
$8.
more if you want.
Do I hear 9? Do I hear 9 from anybody? Going once, going twice. All right, Harrison, you get it. You get it. You spend your nice dollar.
Take that.
he
goes-
bought up at
He
8.
did come in for 0. In all seriousness, though, you don't think this will happen? I think this will happen.
Probably.
No, I probably don't think it will happen.
They've done this on the road.
They have. I don't think they've done it against like the best competition though.
point.
I don't know. I don't buy the defense. I think the clutch defense has been good. Top 5, I mean, we'll see, but I don't really buy it. No.
Sounds like a remorseful purchase
They've
for me.
given themselves a big
I mean, for
cushion.
$8, I think it's pretty good.
Was it $9? Don't let him get away with this. It was $8. All right, $8. Next one, and I like this one. Over the last 10 games, the Nuggets have been 6th in offensive rebound percentage. Remember when I talked about how the Nuggets are always great at this, but they haven't been lately? Last 10 games, 6th, which has moved them to 17th, I think, on offensive rebound, but they're climbing. What do you think the chances are that the Nuggets are a top 8 offensive rebound team? Now, just to remind you, they were top 3 every year of the Jokic era until last year. First time they dipped below that. So top 8 offensive rebound team this year.
I'll put 10 on that.
To me, this would be a huge development. This would be a really big development if they match everything they've been doing with grabbing offensive boards. $10.
My hesitancy here is I think a big part of this would be MPJ returning to the lineup. And you have either Gordon or Porter as a big rebounder.
I like that.
Yeah.
But spending money on Porter playing is a tough proposition.
That's
you
going
gotta
once,
think about here.
going twice.
Give it to me. $90.
Eric
Let's
got
go.
it for $10.
Let's go.
Eric, I think this one's happening.
Oh, listen. I don't even know if I win or what any of this means.
This is your take now.
But I feel fantastic holding this take, man.
This is your take, and I think it's going to happen. Look,
It's like NFTs.
I'm telling you, it's like
non-fungible
Nuggets
takes.
offensive rebounding is maybe the most consistent trait of the Jokic era. It'd be like the Warriors have been a great shooting team all but last year. Do you think they'll be a good shooting team this year, or are they just no longer good at shooting? You're like, I think this is their trait.
I think they're probably good at shooting.
They're probably
yeah.
just good at shooting. To me, Denver's good at offensive rebounding. It hasn't been a huge emphasis. I think they get back to it, though.
Has the emphasis just been getting back on defense,
It
which
has
hasn't
been.
happened either?
Which hasn't. And so might as well punt on that, right? Like maybe
Are
maybe
they
there's
leading the
something
league
to
in
this.
QBs?
Yeah. All right. Eric's going to hate this one. Jokic will be a top 3 MVP candidate. I just got the first straw poll sent to me. I got to fill it out later today. First straw poll. So it's MVP season, Eric.
Top
Jokic will
3.
finish
It's
top
MVP
3.
season.
Time to start
at
the
MVP.
conversation, fellas.
It's time to start it. It is December.
Top 3. I'm not touching it.
Nobody wants this for like
$5.
$5?
$10.
You guys could play in the chat, by the way. You're going 10?
$10.
Wow, $10. Does anybody want to beat that? Top 3?
So what we're talking about is him overcoming in the hearts and minds. Not does he deserve it, but in the hearts and minds of the voters, does he
Dude,
overcome Jason Tatum, Luka Doncic, and Joel Embiid?
Well, Luka
I-
Doncic might not make the playoffs.
Can I actually?
so.
I have to interject here. I'm embarrassed for Vogt.
Whoa.
No, I'm saying like, I actually think you should go all in on Tatum is gonna crash back to earth. He's a good player.
Oh,
no,
wow!
no.
How bold, Adam, forcing. Why don't you own that
Vote's
take?
corner, man.
Do
Vote's
you
corner.
see me really sweating it, though?
A little bit.
Again,
just saying.
they made it to the finals last year, and then
Yeah,
he
yeah.
proved me more right than ever.
I'm just
Oh,
saying,
boy.
if I
Oh,
were you
boy.
right now, I'd be going like, all right, well, who's he have to beat? He'll beat Tatum. He'll beat like that's where I would be going.
Here's the thing. If the Nuggets are the top seed in the West, which I think is a possibility, he's going to be top 3.
And this stretch, I am looking at this stretch. Like I think
Get that
I
momentum.
don't know if the process looks awesome, but
Jokic
I think
at
they
home,
win. I think they're winning
home
these
cooked
games.
dinners. time with his kid.
And he did just put up the
cooked
30
dinners.
plus 14, 12.
His video games
for-
where he knows they'll be.
All right.
Dude,
All right.
let the money do the talking.
Is it $5? Is it really
$11.
Oh, why did you? Nobody bid.
He did 10.
I was at
Oh,
10.
you were at 10. Okay.
$12.
Yeah, I'm not
Wow,
touching it. I'm not touching it. He's gonna. What we said all along is going to be true. He is going to be worthy of this, but have absolutely no shot at winning.
I think you're wrong, man. Voters are smart.
Are
Voters
they?
are smart people.
Are they?
It's
He
not
did
like
win it
we.
twice.
It's not like we have Skip Bayless voting on the MVP anymore. You know, it's like actually people that understand Jokic.
I think Yoke's going to be happy. This was my big take. I think Yoke's going to be very happy over the next month.
when he sees the results of the first straw poll,
Yeah, it's going to be so funny.
like it's all working.
It's going to be great if he won't be top 5 in this first drop poll, and he's going to be like, let's go. All right, when do you get that one? Nuggets. Next one. Nuggets will be the top seed in the Western Conference.
$20.
Wow. You can start these at a certain. All right, go right into it. $20. Anybody else taking this?
They have the 27th defense in the league.
Oh, you're right. $30.
The messed up part is you might be right.
20 to 20. I mean,
Yeah,
look,
the defense can't get much worse.
I actually
don't think it can, at least.
who are they going to? This is a great point, actually. Their defense is going to be better. They're not going to be the 26th defense all year.
Well,
I don't know.
we
If that,
hope not.
I don't know if that means they finish 20th, 22nd, 18th, 15th. Like, but they're not going to be that high. But they're not going to be 26th, and they're already 16-10. And oh, by the way, the only reason they're 16-10 and not 18-8 is because they got freaking COVID for a week.
This is true. This actually did happen.
point.
This did happen. Jokic just missed time.
20. This is a great bet. This might be the best one, although you probably could have got it for like $4 based on how scared
Yeah,
these
I mean,
The
guys are.
auction
Bunch
closed
of-
on that?
Bunch of
No,
thrifty
you
shoppers,
just have
man.
to
21, 29.
I said $30, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we're
you
at
went
30.
30?
We're at 30.
Yeah.
We're at 30.
Jesus.
You going to go 30?
This is such a
You know,
D-line.
just to be clear, Vogt, you don't get to take $100 home with you.
I was
Just on nothing. All right, give me my money now.
I was curious. Yeah, 31.
$31.
Oh God! All right, you know what? What's your top bet?
You have to do the game.
This is a 35.
35. Are you going 35?
I can't go
There's
for
more. All right. Sold to Eric for $35.
Let's go. Let's
that
freaking
take.
go, dude.
All right. The Nuggets are currently the second best 3-point shooting team in the NBA. What are the odds they finish as the number 1 3-point shooting team in the NBA by season's end? They were number 1, then Michael Porter got hurt. They're going to be home for a big stretch
Michael
here.
Porter went on a cold spell when he was
He
hurt.
actually weighed it, single-handedly
Yeah.
weighed it down.
I'll put 5 on this one.
Dude, I'll
You
put
got 5 on it?
30 on this.
Jesus.
This is gonna happen.
This is how Eric spends, by the way, just so everyone knows. Like, this is very
I love it.
reflective of how
Why not?
he
$30.
views the world.
$30. I love it. Nobody taking that
staying
game
away
once,
from
It's
it.
going
happening.
twice?
Staying
It's
away.
going to happen.
Eric bought another prop. Hey, man, hear this homestand?
I'm saying, dude, that start that Michael Porter Jr. came out with was the most incredible thing I've seen, and it lasted for a really long time until he got hurt.
Yeah. Eric's almost out of money. He doesn't know what's coming in.
Do you guys understand? This is again not actual money. I'm not
Yeah,
out
but
of
this is a
anything.
very important
Yeah.
game that we'll definitely circle back to at the end of the
Yeah,
season.
no kidding, right?
Eric, this is someone who worked for Denver Stiff for a couple of years, just really hurt by spending habits.
Yeah, Vogt literally still has $100. That's what we started with.
Next one. Christian Brown is permanently in the rotation.
$10. Jesus, why did I do that?
I'm
'Cause
staying
it's
away
not
from this.
real.
one.
You're staying away from this one? You think he's going to get pulled from the rotation again at some point this year?
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
Wynn's right. I don't
Have
know
you
why.
seen
way, you're
Michael
right.
Malone coach
Yeah,
throughout the
no
season?
way. Christian Brown's
But
in
there's
the
still
rotation.
another guy to
We said this
figure back
3
in
weeks ago. He
to the
was never
rotation.
getting pulled
Yeah,
again.
but he's in.
No, I'll
guys.
take it. I'll take it at.
You
Well, I
already
guess
You
said
already
10.
said
You
10.
can't take it
I was
back.
going to say
You're
5.
just going to let this one slide?
You
All
can
right.
have it. I'm not
Take it
taking
for
that.
10.
Vote is on the board.
I mean, he should be playing 20 minutes tonight. Nuggets are 6-0 when Christian Brown plays 20 minutes in a game.
They're 8-0 when he plays 16 minutes or more.
I love these.
They're
stats.
3-3 when he plays.
That's right, Eric.
All right, you guys ready for the next one? It's my favorite one on the board. Jamal Murray is back.
$25.
$50.
25.
Zero.
I'm in.
You're twin for 25.
All in.
$26. You have
What
it.
time is it? December 12th? $26.
Oh, you son of a biscuit. Vote steals it right
How many
out.
games has he played? 22?
Dude,
Jamal
if you were
Murray is back.
if you were Delp, you would have bid $27. Dude.
This
Yeah,
one,
make it 27 for ceremonial purposes.
oh, I love it. That is vote. Yeah, take another $1 out for just for
What's this?
sentimental value.
Apparently, I can't take it home.
That's a great bet. I mean, I actually do think Jamal Murray's
He's
back.
freaking back,
You know
man.
how I know he's back? Today I said what's up to him, and he gave me the dirtiest look ever.
Hell yeah,
and then
dude.
walked away. So I know he's back.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
He's back. He's feeling himself. You guys were there. You saw it. It was.
Yeah.
We were there.
That's how it goes. All right, let's take a break. I got more of these on the other side. They should be a lot of fun. Eric doesn't have a ton of money to spend left, but you might sneak some value out, though.
Dude, I bought winners, man. Who
You
cares?
did buy
Like,
some winners.
This is fake money. You can win real money if you bet real money at DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Also an official sports betting partner of the NBA. But right now, you only need to bet $5 real on any pregame money line. And if the NBA team that you bet on wins their game, you get $150 in free bets if they do. That's good math. Plus, everyone can combine multiple bets for a bigger payout with DraftKings same-game parlays. Also, Maryland sports fans, listen up. We know we have a lot of fans all over the country in various markets, and it's now available in Maryland. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code DNVR when you sign up. And remember, new users, if you bet a $5 pregame moneyline bet on any NBA team to win, you get $150 in free bets if they do. That's only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code DNVR. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions do apply. See show notes for details. One of the best ways to start your day is with Rakia. No, I'm just kidding. It's with Athletic Greens. It's actually the best way to start your day if Rakia is how you finished the last one. Athletic Greens is the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. A lot of vegetables you're supposed to be eating, a lot of vitamins you're supposed to be taking, allegedly. The doctors tell me. You can crunch all this down, condense it into one scoop of 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. One scoop of that, 12 ounces of cold water. Got the perfect way to start your day. Check out Athletic Greens, and because they're going to give you 1 free year of supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you got to do is go to athleticgreens.com/nuggets. That's athleticgreens.com/nuggets to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
Back here, final segment, DNVR Nuggets podcast. Got a couple more auction items to go off. Eric's running out of money. Vogt's got tons of money to spend, and he never will. Let's get back into it. Jokic will average a triple-double. His assists are on the upswing. We're at home. Guys are gonna shoot well. Porter's coming back.
$20.
$20. We have
$20. I can't believe it's this close.
He's at 9.1. He's been averaging a ton lately.
$25.
I think it's going to happen.
I can't believe you guys weren't buying the early. Like Christian Brown being in the rotation was a lock. Now you
That
guys
is.
doing
What are you
this?
talking about? That is not a lock
Out
at
of
all.
what planet
Are you
do
kidding?
live in?
I can't believe I'm the
Michael,
one that thinks-
you think Chris Brown's going to stay in the rotation every single game the
Go
rest
ask
of the year?
Zeke Najee if you
You're
think it's
crazy. You're crazy.
You're right. He could get hurt and then just never get a chance again. That's the one way.
No,
he
he
can
will definitely be out of the rotation again.
There's no chance.
Dude,
There's
you've
no
covered
chance.
Michael Malone for 8 years. Come on.
Yeah, but he's different this time.
Okay. Yeah.
But it might work for us.
All right, so Jokic triple double. You're at 26.
Sure. 26.
Eric's out of the running.
27. Because it's fun. I want
30.
it. All right. Well, settle down.
Oh, Wind is gonna get it for $30 to take.
I'm building a take. Jokic MVP.
Is that what
Jokic
you got? Yep.
triple double.
So actually, here's the thing. What's the lowest seed he could be if he averages a triple double for him to
2.
be third in the MVP
2.
voting? So if 2 seed triple double, lock it up. It's done. Top 3.
Yeah.
You can't put him lower than top 3. If he's a triple double and 1 seed, then it's gonna get it's gonna be the most fun. That's when things
gonna
get
be
so
awesome.
That's gonna be the
It's
freaking
gonna
best.
be awesome.
That's actually the brightest timeline. Nuggets #1, Jokic
Yeah.
triple double, and everyone has to be like,
I hope they give it to Embiid. I hope they do.
you know.
I love this.
I love it too because I don't care.
But I've
know.
now the one thing that
I will care so much, though.
the one thing
By
that
the end
I've
of
learned
it, I will
about
care so much.
betting is that you cannot buy what you want to have happen. So I want that to happen, but I can't. I don't
Well,
feel like
sure,
I can
sure.
buy it into existence.
Well, the auction is just for takes here. All right, I like this one. Aaron Gordon shoots 60% or better from the field all season. He's currently at 61%, but he's also been on a heater. He's just dunking everything, 57
Yeah.
dunks. So is he going to finish above 60%? Anybody want to buy this take?
Eh.
This is not a fun take.
not
Is
a
that
sexy
why?
take.
It's not fun even
a
for
very
$1.
boring take.
Going for $1.
I mean,
if
I've been
anybody
told I
wants.
can't take it with me, so 5.
We just put $1. Nobody else wanted it.
No, I need to spend the money.
You should have done 3. Get your best
Yeah,
stuff
$3,
back.
Kale,
Just
$3.
for Kale's sake.
$3, Kale.
All right, $3. Vote gets this one. Man, you picked a real cheap one,
World's
man.
most
That was-
They can
boring
have
take.
that one.
Will
You guys are learning
AG
a
stay
lot
within
about-
3 percentage points of his
Well,
current
his
total?
efficiency in the 2-point range.
Oh my
The
god,
most
you guys.
boring
True
take of all.
shooting
Do you guys even
percentage
like
is
the
up near
Nuggets?
70%.
Do you guys even like talking about the Nuggets?
Who watches basketball with a spreadsheet?
Graphs and charts and
All right, next one up for sale. This take, it could be yours for a very low price. The Nuggets make at least one trade this year during the season.
Oh,
I will take
$15.
$0. I don't
I'll
think
take
that.
I'll take $20. This,
$20
this is
you-
definitely
I'll
happening.
put
Really?
25 on it. I'll put 25.
20?
Calvin Booth likes
Really?
to wheel and deal, man.
At
He's a
at
wheeler and
certain
dealer.
point, you have to do something with Zeke Naji.
That's so true.
You could play him.
I mean, but like,
I mean,
why?
I'm for
Like, just
that
get
as well,
another
but I
player
just-
that doesn't play? Like, what's
That's so true. What do
Well-
you trade? Maybe, I mean, if Zeke Naji's not playing and just so clearly not in the rotation by the All-Star break or trade deadline, would you just trade him for a first-round pick this year so you have at least?
You know,
something?
like, in a certain point, you just trade him for like Jokic.
I don't know. I
and
mean, he
others.
could have like a really big summer next year where he like
Oh, dude, come on.
he expands.
puts on,
he
yeah.
puts a couple inches on his vertical,
Explores his
Yeah,
game.
gains
yeah.
some weight.
He's
you know,
around
has
the
a-
team and around the
Yeah,
training
has a
staff
great
all
summer in the weight
He's in the
room.
gym,
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You could trade him for picks. I mean, I
Just
could
get
see
a
that.
pick back so you can at least roll it into a new
But
deal
so,
or
which is
something.
what you get.
I can't
you get
believe how
a second
sad-
rounder for him. Like, I mean,
You could get a first-rounder for him.
no way.
You don't think you get a first?
No
rounder?
chance.
If I'm in another front office, I don't think I need to spend a first rounder to get him.
That's he's second round tops.
That's wild to me. All right, who got this one? Vote?
No, me.
What did
me.
you? How much you spend?
No, I think whatever.
No, I spent like 30, and then you were like, okay, win.
No, that was the
Doesn't-
last one.
Can I?
So you went 31?
I went. No, he's talking about the last bit.
I'm talking about the trade. Will they make a trade?
What's your
What are the
number?
repercussions of any of this?
30.
Is anyone writing these down?
31.
Like, what is
$31.
35.
$35. See, he did win this one, but you did drive up the price a little.
36.
What?
37.
What?
40.
40?
All right, have it.
Wow, vote steal. He really wants the trade.
I just wanted to win.
He just
some
wanted. He
auction.
didn't want to let him have one.
Man.
Yeah.
All right. I love this one too.
By the way, Brad pointing out it was 15. By the way,
I won it at 15. Yeah.
hey, you successfully priced me out of my own.
All right. Nuggets defensive rating will improve once MPJ returns.
Well,
Those
this
things
is
could be
operating under the
connected or
assumption it
not.
can't get any worse.
How much money do I have left? $20.
You're going 20 on this one?
100%. I'm going 20.
We have a standing bet.
21.
21. You don't want in on this, Eric?
Nay.
The home games are coming up, man. They're gonna turn up the defensive intensity.
You would think.
So you get this one for 21. We have a standing joke right now going amongst us three that when this happens, and inevitably it is, Vogt's going to have to ask Michael Malone about what is it about MPJ that makes the defense so good and so
He
impactful.
has the best defensive rating.
If you look at the
I mean,
numbers statistically, MPJ elevates the
Just,
defense.
there's something to just aggregate length, you know, just a lot of
Don't even
size
lead
up
him to
there.
it. Don't even
Just,
lead him to it. Just say, you know, really, the defense has been
Coach
phenomenal.
just looking at the numbers. Reporters on the floor.
All right, 2 more to go here, guys. I'll give you that clue. 2 more to go, so you might as well spend your money now. Not all of you will get to spend your
How much
money.
did he spend on that?
On defense rating improved?
21. One more than you have.
Yeah, one more hand. The bench unit figures
Yes, you gotta
itself
take
out.
it. Oh, hold on. You gotta. Yeah. Okay. 20.
The bench unit figures itself out.
Oh God, negative $20. Myself.
What does that mean?
I guess $1.
I think the bench unit
Is that
should be-
equality?
It's
I'll
gonna
take
fix
that
itself.
for-
I'm
I'll
just
take
saying,
that for $1.
You'll know what it means. The bench unit's good. Like, oh, look, you know what? It's a positive. There it is.
The bench unit will be good when they sign DeMarcus Cousins.
I heard a take. This was from Nate Duncan on his pod the other day.
Sick.
Well, he's like, it would actually be hilarious. And I think there's maybe a chance that the Nuggets just signed DeMarcus Cousins with a month to go in the season.
Look, I mean,
every
maybe
year.
you can just only have DeMarcus Cousins in your locker room for a finite amount of time
Yeah.
until it just like
Until it's
blows up for real.
It's really insane that no team, not one team, was like, yeah, that'd be worth it.
Man.
I mean, he was good.
All right, who wants this one?
I bid $1 on it.
I'll take $2 on it.
All right, you can have it.
All right, cool.
Wow, so you guys are all betting by this one. This is the toughest one. You're not gonna. None of you gonna want.
Is this the
one.
last one?
The last one.
Okay.
Mr. Nugget
Oh God.
will be named by January 1st.
$29.
I'm going to put 18 on this one.
So Wynn gets this one by virtue of having his money left. You really think that this will be the... I mean, we've been waiting. I still feel like there's no clear answer to this. I feel like there's hints. We've learned some stuff.
I feel like a candidate made a really strong case today.
I love how impressionable you are.
A candidate for Mr. Nugget made a great impression at practice today, I will say.
I've been advocating for a certain candidate since before the season started, and he's picking up steam.
Yeah.
He may or may not
What
be a
if Mr.
Silver
Nugget
Surfer.
is never actually named?
It was Mr.
It's
Nugget.
possible. It's on the board. It's on the table. You know what?
That would suck.
No, we gotta have one.
We're betting whether or not we decide something.
Yes. We'll decide when we feel it's appropriate. Eric, you don't think that we'll have a Mr. Nugget kind of sorted out?
We could have done this at any point. I mean, like, what? I don't know. Like, what is there? One day, one guy's good. The next day, every Nugget's a good guy.
Like, are we actually going to experience something that puts us firmly?
Yeah,
in
we're gonna
one
be like,
direction?
oh, that
Yes.
was
Yes.
that was a quiet.
You
the
think there'll
quiet
be a
comfort.
landmark
There will
moment?
be a moment. You know what it is? Monte Morris, come on the DNBA show. Let's talk this out together.
It's funny you say that.
All right.
I think, man, January 1st, I don't know. I would say February 1st, yes. January 1st,
But
I don't know.
Monte doesn't even have any dominion over this. It wasn't as though Gary Harris
Well, I
decided
definitely want
Monte Morris was
But
a
I think he
spiritual
would have
successor.
a good,
Perspective.
just a good perspective on.
This is gonna be like, hey man,
Who
let's
it
talk about
could
Mr.
be.
Nugget. He's like, I've literally never heard of
Does
him.
his vote not count for anything?
No, he's not even on the team.
I think his vote would count for something.
It would mean something to me.
Yeah, it would. It would. mean
Why?
something to
He's
me,
not
yeah.
on the squad.
He's
So
literally Mr.
he
Nugget
knows
Emeritus.
what Mr. Nugget is all about.
He's a lobbyist, but he doesn't have a vote. Like, this is a... Listen, man, if you want to join the DNBA crew and talk about this ad nauseum for the entire offseason, watch every Nuggets game, be inundated, he's Mr. Wizard, man. Like, he's worried about the wizard. He's worried about whether or not Kyle Kuzma is going to show up to the game on time, like whether or not he's got the hypest fit. He's not worried about the Nuggets' day-to-day drama like we are. I'm sorry, Monte. I love you, but you're disqualified.
Say that to his face.
I will.
dare
I'd
you.
happily say it to his face.
All right.
Well, there you go. Cue that outro music, Kale. That does it for our show today. The auction. Great success.
Wow.
Wynn perfectly
Wow.
managed all of his. Here's what Wynn got.
I want my $25, man. Give it to me.
Nuggets, according to Harrison Wynn, he says they're going to be a top 5 clutch defense all year. He says that Jokic will be top 3 at MVP candidate. He also says Jokic will average a triple-double, and the Nuggets' defensive rating improves. Man, you got a lot of bets in here for your money.
These are
And then the
terrible
Nuggets
takes.
will name Mr. Nugget by January 1st.
You're the most optimistic Nuggets.
I
fan.
love it.
terrible
Eric
team in
says
the
the
world.
Nuggets will be a top 8 offensive rebounding
Yeah,
team this year.
fine.
Nuggets
Boring.
top seed in the West.
Sure.
Best 3-point shooting team in the
Yep.
NBA.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Vogt says
God.
Christian Brown will be in the rotation permanently,
Don't
which he
believe it.
doesn't believe.
Don't believe it.
He says Jamal Murray is back. Which
Not sure. I hate the question, first of all. I don't even like the
you
question.
ironically voted on this one. Aaron Gordon will shoot 60% or better, which you thought was the dumbest one. Nuggets make at least one trade this year.
Which is sad.
And also,
That's definitely happening.
and also that the bench unit figures itself out.
They're going to trade for
Well, I
Man,
don't
that-
believe
what?
3 of those, but the trade's happening.
Dude,
And
you are like a child that's been given $100 and set into a convenience store.
comes back
He
out
comes
with
back out.
stamps
He's
and
got like
shit. Yeah.
$100
Why'd
for
you
pixie
buy
sticks.
all-
No, it's so true. He's got a bunch of goofy stuff. I love the auction. I thought that was a great way.
Great game.
Great game.
We got
Really good.
we did get one last thing coming in here. What do we
Super
got?
chat.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I can't read it over.
Would it
the-
be
the-
possible to get one of the Jokic brothers on the show?
Oh,
It would be awesome.
I would say no.
I think it's. I think it's possible.
I don't.
Wow.
Adam,
There's
Negative
no way.
Nancy.
There's no way Strahini's coming on.
Well, I didn't say Strahina.
And I don't think Nabundi's coming on. I just look, man.
Those
the,
are the
Jokic's.
What about Nikola?
I don't know. I think it's possible.
The Jokic's seem to not want to, involve themselves in media and this.
Just
Stupid,
Twitter.
Every time I hit it, it makes this stupid.
Yeah,
noise.
that's
Yeah,
It's
keep
happened-
hitting it, dude. That's good.
90 times.
He just likes
this
to be on
podcast.
Twitter.
Yeah, they even then they got rid of their account. I just don't think the Jokic's are going to media. My prediction is Jokic will come on the show in 10 years when he retires for 5 minutes.
And
That
just,
might
and,
be a bolder prediction than one of his
and
brothers.
it's
coming
just to
on.
choke one of us out.
And
Yeah,
then
you
that'll be
pronounce that legendary Serbian coach's name wrong.
Somebody says just badmouth them on Twitter and then you'll get them. True. I think that's accurate.
That's true.
They might not, they'll be on the show and that they'll storm the bar and beat us up while the show is rolling live. All right, guys, that does it for today's show. We got another day tomorrow of practice, which should be good.
Talking about practice.
Talking about practice one more day, and then they're back at it with Washington, which should be a good one, man.
Yeah, man.
By the way, you never know. We might have a guest tomorrow. We're trying to work on it right now. Hit that like button on the way out.
Let's go.
We'll see you next time.